What it is, what it do, what it is, what it do, what it is, what it is, what it is, what it do, what it is, what it do, what it is, what it do, what it is, what it is, what it is, what it do. Though, how y'all doing tonight, or morning, or evening, or afternoon? Doesn't matter what time y'all watching, cause y'all chilling here with me, and I greatly appreciate that. First things first, I don't think the camera is centered. Let's center that right quick. I don't. Let's move you over a little bit. I think, is that a little better? I don't know. Let's go this way. Is it that way? Let's see. I don't know. Is that better? Hopefully that's better. I think it's better. I think so. Hold on. Okay, I think that's the best we're gonna be able to do. Best we can. Okay. Alright. Guys, I have some Chinese food in front of me. Okay, wait. Chinese American food in front of me. And I was inspired to this video because I was scrolling through TikTok a couple weeks ago, and I saw like the UK, like British version of Chinese food, and they had like fries, and people were telling them that's not Chinese food. I don't know what Chinese food technically is. I've never been to China, but I know what Chinese American food is. So I was inspired to eat some in front of the camera, and I did a little research. So I got some fried rice, and I know that is Chinese food. Lo mein is also Chinese food, and dumplings are Chinese food. What is actually an American twist is what I got with the what do you call these? Why did I forget the name of these things? Egg rolls. Okay, egg rolls. I looked it up, and I believe they started in New York in like the 1900s, and it started in America. So I think these are Chinese American, but everything else is technically authentic. Okay. So let's get into it. This is the egg roll. Okay. I got some duck sauce right here. Let's try it. I hope you guys had a good week. I had a pretty good week. Let's see what it's hitting on, y'all. Let's put the duck sauce on it. Guys, I forgot to ask for chopsticks, but I did get a fork, so. So good. Alright. I'm gonna eat a little bit, and then I'm gonna talk. For the dumplings, I got fried dumplings. Last time I got like steamed dumplings, I got a little sick. So I think I do better with the fried dumplings. Maybe because I'm used to fried foods. I don't know. This is some type of sauce that comes with the dumplings. I don't know what type of sauce it is, but we gonna go ahead and If I had chopsticks, I would have been showing off my skills, but I don't, so I'm gonna use my hands. I'm sorry for the people that wanted me to use chopsticks. Here's the fried dumpling right there. Y'all see that? And we gonna dip it, dip it, dip it. Y'all see that? Dip it. Oh shoot! I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming. Guys, why is it spicy? Yo, yo, yo. Have you guys ever had the 2 times spicy or 2 times fire noodles? You remember when they was doing those challenges? It tastes exactly like that. Like dead serious, y'all. Dip it again. Let me, y'all know what is that? Let me get some of the. There's peppers at the bottom. Okay, I think those are peppers. Okay. That wasn't as spicy. I don't. Guys, I don't know. It's good though. Once I got past the spice. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what this stuff is. It's the stuff at the bottom of the container that's spicy. Let's try it with the duck sauce. It's not bad, but I wasn't expecting it to be spicy, guys. Okay. Good. It's all good. Alright. We're gonna get into this lo mein. But first, I'm gonna try one of the dumplings with the soy sauce. Guys, these noodles are kind of dry because almost all the juice that was on the noodles came out in the bag. And I was like, oh my gosh. What's up on these? Okay. Yeah. I'm making a mess. I can tell, like, the juice came out. I can tell by how dry the noodles are. They needed that soy sauce. They needed it. Alright. Guys, here's how the noodles are looking. I don't know, hopefully you can see it. Let's get it. Get a bite in. I have a big piece of. Okay, y'all see that? Okay. I should probably cover this sauce up. Is it chili sauce? I think it's chili sauce, y'all. Let's do it. Better not get that in your eye. I'm talking about that first bite took me out, y'all. It took me out. Alright. Alright. I'm sorry if I'm eating like a slob. I was actually hungry today. enjoying your meal, or if you're just doing homework. I know you're not having fun, but good for you for doing your homework. If you're just like exercising and watching me, hey, that's awesome too. If you're listening to me on the way home from work or the way to work, thank you. But I just appreciate you all for watching me, watching this video, listening to the stupid things that I say. And speaking of stupid things, let's get on into a little conversation. Guys, Bridgerton Part 2 dropped Thursday, and I enjoyed it. I think this, as I said previously, it had the potential to be my second favorite season. And it is my second favorite season. Second to season 2 with Kate and Anthony. Or Anthony. Yeah. Some of the steamy scenes were a little too steamy. I had to skip past those because I'm an awkward individual. And it was just like, okay, let's zoom on. But like, they had too much chemistry, y'all. It was too much. I was trying to watch TV. I'm like, nah. I had to zip on past them. Like, even the bathtub scene, y'all. The bathtub, too much. Hey, but for y'all who enjoyed it, I'm glad y'all enjoyed all that. Excuse me. Sorry. Guys. Hopefully I'm not coming down with something. But I was sneezing a little bit earlier and it has me a little bit stopped up. Can you hear it? I'm a little stopped up. Alright. Let's get into, I got shrimp fried rice. It's my favorite. I love shrimp fried rice. I got my grandma beef fried rice. That's all she ever really wants is the beef. Everything. I like the shrimp or the beef. But since I wanted some diversity, I got the shrimp because it's my favorite. I would have got orange chicken, y'all, but they only had like a one size fits all. And it was, I ain't gonna say it was expensive, but it was a pretty penny. And I didn't want to buy the orange chicken, especially when I was the only person that was gonna eat it. Because my grandma's not eating orange chicken. I don't know when my brother's coming to visit, it just would have been, it would have been a waste. It would have just taken me a while to eat it. And if I'm getting a big size or something, I like to share it, you know. So, and I know I can eat 10 dumplings. My grandma's not eating that. Whatever I don't eat of these noodles, grandma's gonna eat. I'm gonna save that other egg roll for her. And I got her some a small beef fried rice. So, yeah. Let's get into this rice. I'll show it to y'all. It look good, don't it? It looks amazing. It looks delicious. I like that we actually got to see, speaking on Bridgerton again, I like that we actually got to see Sophie and Benedict get married. I'm not trying to spoil much because, like I say, it just came out Thursday, and it might be a lot of people who want to see it and haven't even gotten into Bridgerton yet. So, but I will say, I like I said, I enjoyed it. Those dogs. Can you hear the dogs? They're barking. Oh, it sounds so stuffed up. It's horrible. Horrible. Maybe eat more of this chili stuff and clear me up. I don't know. Guys, I'm still tripping over it. Took me out. I have to replay my reaction when I ate it. I was not expecting it to be spicy. Okay. Hey, first bite of my favorite. Yeah. So good. Okay. I always love the cartons that fried rice comes in. Can you hear that? It's recording. Okay. This is good. But yeah, um, next season, I'm gonna talk what I think is gonna happen for next season of Bridgerton. I definitely think it's gonna be Eloise's season. Some people think it's gonna be Francesca and Michaela's, which would be cool. But me personally, I think that'd be too soon. Like, I feel like y'all would be stomping on John's legacy if y'all just after the man passes away. Cause I don't think that's a spoiler. I mean, it's in the book. Everybody knows he was gonna pass away. And then she immediately like starts yearning for his cousin. Like, nah, it takes a couple years for her to mourn and to even realize her feelings for Michael in the book, you know. So I feel like next season is gonna be Eloise, and it'll make a lot of sense because, like I said previously, Eloise is feeling a little bit left out. She's seeing how much marriage has made her friends and family happy, and in a way, she wants that for herself. And as long as they're probably gonna change a couple things from the book to fit the TV show's version of Eloise's character better. I think that's what they're gonna do because they have to change something, because I feel like they made Eloise a little bit more progressive and more, I ain't gonna say a little bit more feminist like in the TV show than in the books. So and to do her character justice, they'll have to change. They're gonna do like some slight changes to Sir Philip, in my opinion. They're gonna make him more of equal like person. I don't know. I just feel like to do Eloise justice, to make it seem like she's not just not marrying for duty. She's marrying because she wants like a purpose, like love, you know. I feel like Eloise has the potential to be a really good season. She really does. I'm trying to get my thoughts out correctly. It would be they're gonna have to do something though, because it can't just be a boring season. You gotta think about it like this. Every season has been like harder for the person to be with the person that they want to be with. I feel like the hardest season is definitely going to be Francesca and Michaela's. So if they do Eloise and Sir Philip's first, that's an easy, technically it's an easy love story to write. Season 4 was hard because it was a class divide. You know, noble people can't be with poor people. You know, they can be with them. They just can't marry them. You know what I mean? So in the Bridgerton universe, so season 1 was basic, very basic. It was, you know, both eligible, no nobility. You know, we had a lady and a duke who, one was a rake. That means he was out in these streets. That's what that meant. You know, hopefully he was wearing socks. You know, if you get my drift. And but they fell in love. It was an easy love story. Season 2, they upped the ante a little bit. They upped the ante a little bit because it was Anthony. He had to get married. He had to do his duty. All he wanted was a woman of good standing, and nobility to be the Viscountess, because he's the head of the family, so he needed a good head alongside of him, you know. And he thought he had found that in Edwina, but he falls in love with her older sister, the stubborn older sister that's a lot like him. You know, he fell in love with her, so they upped the ante, made it more complicated. Season three was it was Colin's season, but I know Colin's a main character. I know he's a Bridgerton, but the story was really more about Penelope. If we're being honest, it was more about you know, NEE, Miss Featherington, now Bridgerton. It was more about her, you know, and it was a friends to lovers story. They had been friends since childhood. She met Colin first, then Eloise, you know, that's how it was. And they were friends. Colin couldn't see himself being with Penelope because she was like a sister to him, you know. She was his sister's best friend, a good friend of his. While Penelope was always in love with Colin, you know, she knew Colin was the man for her. She knew that. And but that would have just been so basic. That would have been basic, right? So they upped the ante because now we knew that Penelope was Lady Whistledown. And this, okay, I am spoiling. I ain't gonna lie, I am spoiling, right? But so that upped the ante because Lady Whistledown had hurt people that Colin loved in the past, even though Penelope, Lady Whistledown, was actually trying to protect them and herself in her own way with the pen and paper. Lady Whistledown had hurt Lady Marina, who Colin was in love with in season 1. He wanted to marry her, but he couldn't after what Penelope had wrote down. And Miss Marina, she really wasn't in her right mind, and she knew Colin would love her, but she'd never be in love with Colin. You know, she had gotten so hurt. Lady Whistledown had also hurt Eloise, Colin's sister, Penelope's best friend, by saying, because you know, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna say she had hurt them. So Colin loved Penelope, like when he finally realized it, but he hated Lady Whistledown. And Lady Whistledown and Penelope were the same person. So that's how we get, like, you know, up in the ante for their romance. Even though I didn't really like season 3 as much as the other seasons. I enjoyed it, I just didn't like it as much. And now we have season 4. They upped the ante even more because it was a class divide, like I said. Benedict, the second brother, second child of the Bridgertons, is A B C D E F H A B C D E F G H. I forgot the alphabet for a second. Okay. Anyway, Benedict is a noble man. He's sir, whatever he is, Lord Bridgerton, you know. And Sophie is a maid. She's a maid, but what helps is that Sophie's father was a lord, okay, but Sophie was a bastard. That's just, you know, what they call, you know, kids that aren't, the parents aren't married and they have the kid, you know. So that's what Sophie was. And through hell or high water, Benedict and Sophie found a way to like fall in love and love each other and marry each other successfully. So like I say, they up the ante a little bit. They up the ante every season. So I just personally feel like for Eloise's season, like with the Sir Philip, it's definitely gonna be calm. I feel like it's gonna be calm before the storm, because I just don't see any drama, like real drama, compared to past seasons. Like the only drama I can see is Eloise's conflict with herself. Like I feel like it'll be easy for her to fall in love because she's already caught feelings for somebody in the past. But the hard part is just gonna be the marriage part for her. But all in all, that seems very basic compared to everything we've had in the past. So like I say, if Eloise's season is next, it's gonna be, in my opinion, a very fun season. I don't think it's gonna be too much heartbreak or yearning. you're not, I don't think we're gonna hurt as much this season as we are for Francesca's season, because her season, which I believe is gonna be season 6, is a story of forbidden, like genuinely forbidden love, because they changed Michael to Michaela, and this is like the 1800s, where that was a no. I ain't gonna say a no, but yeah, a no, and it was more like don't ask, don't tell type, So you guys get your one of those. It sucks. So yeah, I feel like Eloise is gonna have a fun season, and we need a fun season before we feel that pain. Okay. But if you guys know more information, let me know. Let me know if season 5, if Eloise's season is gonna hurt. Let me know. Let me know. I just don't see it hurting. I really don't. I think it's gonna be a good season. It's getting hard to breathe. Hold up. Let me get some more of this chili stuff. See if it'll clear my nose up. Hold up. Golly, hold up. Okay. Yeah, that helped, at least for a second. That helped, at least for a second. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I might have to cut this video a little short, cause my nose is horrible. I feel like my nose has, it's just filled with air. I don't know how to explain it. It's just stuffed up. One thing I don't like in food is mushrooms. I hate mushrooms, and I know you're not supposed to hate, but I do. I hate them. Guys, I think that's it for today. Do I have anything going on in my life right now? No. It's gonna be a long week though. I'm gonna try to put some hours in at work, y'all. I filed my taxes, so that's good. That's good. Hopefully you guys filed your taxes. If you have to file taxes, please file them. Be an adult. You got this. So yeah, I did the adult thing, But yeah, I'm trying to stack some money up, y'all. And so I'm gonna be working a lot this week. A lot. I cannot repeat. Wait. A lot. No, I can't. A lot. That. No. I had a really good day today. I think my energy at work can be off-putting to some people. I have a tendency to always ask people if they're having fun, because I try to always have fun in anything that I do. And a lot of people, when I say, "Hey, are you having fun today?" they look at me like I have two heads, And it's just like, "Hey," and they'll be like, "Why should I have fun at work?" And I'm like, "Because you're at work, you're making money, you're alive. Hopefully, you're healthy. You're one step closer to getting something done that you knew you were supposed to get done, like you have a purpose. I don't know, but But you should, like, I just, for some reason, I think people should always try to be happy in everything. But a lot of people don't have that mindset, and I have to like pick up on cues of, and sometimes it's hard for me because I'm not being able to pick up on certain like energies, I guess. So I have to when I ask people, I'm like, "Are you having fun?" I have to notice the people who like that question are the ones that are deeply irritated by it. And if they're deeply irritated by that question, I try to remember never to ask them a question again. I just be like, "Hey, how you doing today?" But some people do genuinely like when I ask if they're having fun. They'll be like, "No, are you?" And then I'll be like, "I'm having a blast," because a lot of times, yeah, I'm having a blast. If I'm not having a blast, I'll be like, "I'm doing pretty good," you know. And we usually just have a laugh about it, cause you know you gotta make everything you do fun. In my opinion, you do, because when you make it fun, it makes the time go by. I don't know. Hopefully, you guys have fun at work, at school, in life in general, you know. And I'm sorry that I was a little sick today. Um, I'm gonna try to hit another like. Sorry that I keep saying like. I'm gonna try to hit another video with more ASMR, just regular ASMR sounds. A guy or lady, I don't know, commented in one of my previous videos that I did for the tools videos. And it was like, do it again. So I think I'll come back with the tape measurer and some other sounds just to do. And hopefully the people who are interested in that video enjoy that video. What else? There is an email for this channel if you would like to reach out. Video suggestions within reason, questions within reason. Sorry, I can't talk. Or just to get something off your chest. The email is one click away. It's there at your disposal. So I think that's all I have for you all today. It's crazy. I'm feeling a little sick now that the weather's warming up, and that's really what it is. It's pneumonia weather. 30 degrees one day, 70 degrees the very next. That's crazy. It puts your body in a little shock. But we will be okay. Don't get sick. Don't be like me. Stay healthy. I love you. Peace out.